Controlled chaos. You know, they're calling Trump's presidency chaos. I love it, man. Keep on speaking the word of chaos on KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire, also W4CY.com, K4HD.com, and check out the show on iHeartRadio, iHeart.com. I'm Gary Garver. How are you? Oh, my Lord. Yesterday, I ran a rerun of a show from last week because I don't know what happened on a Tuesday night. I took my brother to UCLA to see another doctor in Westwood. Of course, there's no help for him, and very frustrating. My brother has CADASIL. Not too many people know about it, but basically it's a mutated gene in your brain that's caused him to lose partial eyesight. In fact, the doctor finally told me, he was an eye doctor, how my brother sees. And my brother, he basically said it's like being in a dimly lit room underwater. That's how my brother sees now. And this guy was a personal trainer and professional golfer. He could have been a PGA pro and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just a mind blower. So anyways, I took him there. And then he loves sushi. You know, he loves going sushi. He's like, Gary, can we go? He almost bugs me every day to go sushi. I'm like, listen, man, sushi's like $50 a pop every time we go. So we go maybe once a week, twice a week. We go at least once a week, maybe twice a week. So I said, yeah, I'll take you to sushi. Let's go. You know, because I felt bad for him. Again, no answers for him and stuff like that. I'm trying to make his life as good as possible. And so we go have sushi, right? And I go to like 2 or 3 different places, and I'm not going to mention the place because I really do like it, and I've been going there for 25 years, and I think this is the first time I ever had something happen to me like food poisoning. That's why I wasn't here yesterday. So we went to sushi, and and I usually get the same 3 things. I get a spicy apple at this one place because I'm very, I pick and choose my sushi, and there's different places I go for different things. It's just the way I do sushi. And so I go and get my spicy albacore hand roll, and then I get a baked halibut hand roll, which is really good. And Scotty gets a shrimp tempura roll and a baked halibut hand roll. But I normally get like sea eel or freshwater eel. So I always get it this one place. I always like it. I love it. And they usually cook it really like almost crispy on the side. But lo and behold, on this one, he didn't really cook. And it's not the sushi guy's fault at all. He didn't cook it fully. And I was almost thinking like, you should take this back and have him cook it just a little bit more, Gary. But I mean, the sushi was good and I didn't think too much about it, whatever. So, we go have sushi and we go home, and I'm feeling fine. I'm okay. In fact, I went and did some laps in my freezing pool, like about 10 laps, because I love to exercise. And around 7 o'clock that night, I had made my brother some dinner, and around 7 o'clock that night, man, I started like feeling like the how you get sweaty and chilly. I felt the chills, and then I started like sweating, and I'm like, what the hell's going on here, man? And lo and behold, man, I don't know what hit me, but around 7 o'clock Tuesday night, man, I got really, really sick. I mean, my stomach it still is not feeling so great, my stomach. But I mean, you know how you sweat, you feel like you've been poisoned. You know what I mean? That's how I felt. I felt like I was poisoned. And it was really bad all night long. I mean, I tried to get up yesterday to do the show, but I was like, man, I was like in a cold sweat, and I had the chills, and I just was sweating so bad. And anyways, I feel a lot better today. It's weird. It had to be food poisoning. It only hit me for about 15, 16 hours. I started feeling a lot better yesterday around 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. But man, oh man, and luckily it was just that one little piece of fish. It had to be that. That's what I'm saying. But beware. I mean, it's crazy. And now I'm like thinking about everything every time I go out, or whatever. Like, what's in this stuff, man? I mean, you never know. But anyways, I feel a lot better today. And we have a cool show. I'm going to play the new KCAA message. Oh, my God. You got to hear it. And listen, he uses the K word for Jews. And he says some derogatory. He doesn't use the N word for African Americans, but he does use the K word a few times. But I don't mind that. As a Jew, he can say it all he wants. But it sort of sounds like Steve Bannon. You know what I mean? So we'll play that. I got some of my interviews. I haven't even played these interviews from the AVN Awards. So I'll do some of that, and then we're going to talk about Super Bowl with the Super Bowl's coming up this Sunday. Looking forward to that with the guru of the sports chaos, control chaos show, Larry Burnett. He has his show on today, actually, 3 p.m. Open season. So, anyways, we'll get into all that. But you got to talk about Trump a little bit and all this craziness going on, because I mean, it's chaos. And I had my buddy Cliff Yates on a couple of days ago, former retired sheriff, and he's a Trump supporter. He actually went to the inauguration with his wife, and him and his wife are Trump supporters and all that. And we got to get along. I mean, Cliff's a good dude. I mean, he voted for a Democrat for the senator, Kamala Harris, here in the state of California. But man, oh man, this guy is just, he's chaotic, man. I told you this was going to be a total train wreck. I called it January 3rd of this year, along with the Falcons beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl. We'll see what happens there. But, I mean, this guy is he's just insane, man. I mean, I guess he had a call with the Australian Prime Minister and hung up on him, and because of this refugee deal. I guess Obama and this Prime Minister had made a deal allowing like 1,000 Syrian refugees to come here to America. Big deal, man. These people are vetted. I mean, this is the craziness of our society and what's going on here, man. I mean, these people are vetted. I mean, 2 years. It takes them 2 to 3 years to even get over here. I mean, that's the process they have to go through. Okay, it's just not like they're just walking in with some visa or something like that, or a student visa. These people are vetted like beyond belief. You know what I mean? I mean, they're not bad people. They're just trying to find a new home, a new place to live. How would you like to live where they're bombing your home every other day or every day? I mean, it's nutty. So I mean, yeah, I don't want 50 billion of them here, okay, or 50,000 of them, but a few is cool, man. I mean, they're being vetted and all that. That's what America. Listen, all of our families came from different parts of the world, okay? My family came from Greece, Germany. My dad's family came from Germany. My mom's family came from Greece and Yugoslavia. I mean, come on, we all came from somewhere else. Okay, so all of a sudden, in the 21st century, we're going to shut it down. It's okay in the 19th and 20th centuries to let people come to America, but in the 21st century, we're going to shut everything down. I mean, come on, man. I get it. The times have changed, and people are tripping out, and we have this ISIS BS and these Islamic crazy people. But there's religious zealots in every part of religion. Trust me, from Christians to Jews to you name it, Muslims, all of them. There's all a few. It's like anything in society. 90% of the people or 95% of the people are great, and then you got these 5% that are completely nutty. But anyways, so Trump and this guy. So Trump's flipping out on this guy, the Australian Prime Minister, who I mean, Australia basically backs us on everything. You know what I mean? And then Trump's tripping out and basically hangs up on the dude. And then this thing in Berkeley last night with this guy Breitbart, this one of the editors for Breitbart. I guess Berkeley was protesting. I was watching yesterday on CNN, last night on CNN. And they're protesting, and they basically told this guy has to like walk away from it and cancel his speech. And then Trump saying this morning, like he's threatening UC Berkeley. He goes, if UC Berkeley does not allow free speech and practices violence on innocent people with a different point of view, no federal funds. The president tweeted Thursday morning. I mean, I'm so sick of this guy already. It's only been like 2 weeks. I mean, I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, but every day there's more BS with this guy. I mean, seriously, I don't know. Where are we going with this, man? I mean, so he's got, and by the way, that is executing your free speech, is to protest Trump. That's what Americans do when we don't like something or we don't want something, all right, let's let Adolf Hitler go speak at UC Berkeley. So Adolf Hitler, because I equate this guy, Milo Yiannopoulos. Let's call him Milo Yiannopoulos. Let's call him Milo the douche. Okay, he's the editor of Breitbart. He has, and he's weird. He's like a Jew, a gay Jew that hates everybody but white people. It's sort of bizarre. You know what I mean? So. Listen, UC Berkeley has the right, and the students have the right to say, hey, man, we don't want this guy on our campus. It'd be like having Charles Manson or OJ or Hitler or any of the great people of our country to speak. And you say, hey, I don't want this guy speaking. I don't agree with his views. That's freedom of speech right there. And this guy's just spewing more hatred, man. So I don't get it. So I mean, Trump is just that's all I'm going to say about Trump, because he's a nutcase, man. He's a total nutcase, and I really do think one day in the near future, in the next year or year and a half, we're going to impeach him. By the way, he also was sued by a federal judge. Has made Trump pay members of Jupiter Golf Club over $5 million because Trump got mad because it was like 50 or 60 of the members wanted to resign. And usually they have they have to wait. You know, I mean, they're able to play golf still, you know, while they resign their membership until they fill the membership with another person. But Trump said, no, you're out of here, you're gone. Kicked all the members out that resigned because he took over the golf course, Trump National in Jupiter, Florida. And the members sued him and won $5 million. A federal judge granted. Yeah. And by the way, I mean, what president in our lifetime has ever been sued by somebody? I mean, I'm sure there has, like with Clinton and a few things, but I mean, this is going to go on and on and on, man. And it's only the first 2 weeks. Jesus Christ. All right, let's play the KKK message. We'll play some AVN interviews. We'll forget about Trump. All right, Control Chaos. We'll be back after this. I'm trying, but it ain't happening.
Only we can do it like this.
Gary Garver. Controlled Chaos. NBC Talk Radio. KCAA 1050 AM.
And now the mighty Wolfman doth roll up his sleeves and giveth to you the Beach Boy.
Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around.
I now declare that all the fun we're having here is deemed retroactive. That is, it'll negate all the bad times you ever had before, and henceforth further make all the bad times that might be coming now better.
You're listening to the Wolfman Jack Show.
You're setting fire to your hearts. Oh, I know that it smarts. I know you're just burning with desire and hoping that your Wolfman gonna put out the fire. It's an eagle, baby. New kid in town.
Listen to the Wolfman Friday and Saturday nights from midnight to 5 a.m. exclusively on KCAA.
If you're looking to cater a party or even a great evening with your family or friends, Chef Kurt and Celebrity Gourmet Catering is the place to go. Kurt Ehrlich is a well-renowned chef that has served meals to 3 presidents along with other dignitaries from around the world in his 40-year career. Celebrity Gourmet Catering specializes in not only catering to big events, but also small private affairs that will make you feel like royalty. Chef Kurt has the magic touch when it comes to creating dishes from all over the world. To find out more about catering your event, go to celebritygourmetcatering.com. That's celebritygourmetcatering.com. With Chef Kurt, you can't go wrong.
Are you feeling tired, depressed, unable to lose weight, and your skin is lacking that beautiful glow? Have you been to a ton of doctors that can't seem to solve your issue? Look no further than Nina MD. Nina MD Beverly Hills can be found at ninamd.com or by calling 310-777-7511. Dr. Nina comes with over 20 years' experience of diagnosing and treating patients who have not had success in the past. At Nina MD Beverly Hills, our passion is to make you feel healthy and look beautiful from the inside out. We provide personalized treatments that are very innovative, cutting edge, effective, and safe. You can watch Nina MD on Time Warner LA 36 to learn about the latest and greatest procedures available. Start feeling your best today. Visit ninamd.com or call 310-777-7511 to schedule your appointment today.
Hey, this is Gary Garver. Not only am I a talk show host, somewhat of one, I also produce a couple shows for LA 36, a local channel here in Los Angeles. One show is called The Fusion of Science and Beauty with Dr. Nina, which airs Mondays at 11 p.m. And check out the Joan Quinn Profiles, also airing at 11 p.m. on Thursday, every Thursday on LA 36. Spectrum TV. Check it out. Come on. I need the dough.
Mr. Heston, how you doing? Can I ask you a couple of questions?
Sure.
What do you think about what happened in Denver?
Oh, I'm doing that in Denver next week.
Are you concerned with the president sleeping around?
Good try.
Can I ask you one more question? When you hear of all these little kids shooting each other with guns, how can you still be in support of the right to bear arms?
Talk to the founding fathers. That's enough.
Do you ever get drunk and pretend you're Moses? Can you please yell out, get out of your hands, you damn dirty ape? Thanks, Mr. Heston.
NBC Talk Radio, 1050 AM.
This is the Gary Garver Show. If you're not listening to Gary, you.
Get your hands off me, you damn 38. Wow, man. I was a little nervous. What can I say? That was the great Charlton Heston. A great Republican. I'm sure he would have voted for Trump. No doubt, right? All right. Control chaos. I can honestly say I didn't vote for either one of these people, Clinton or Trump, so can't blame me. All right. Control chaos. KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. Gary Garver here, feeling a little better from yesterday. Ooh, food poisoning. Is food poisoning like the worst, man? I mean, my stomach still hurts a little bit, but man, I'm going to tell you straight out. I got food poisoning about 10 years ago, and I'm going to name the place. Kentucky Fried Chicken. About 10 years ago, I got food poisoning. I got it really bad because I just had a little piece of fish this time. You know what I mean? I think it was the eel that I had. So it's not that bad. It only lasted maybe 15, 16 hours. But I had like a Kentucky Fried Chicken. I had a 3-piece meal, man, and that chicken was not good. And I was sick for about 3 or 4 days. And when you have that type of food poisoning, it's scary. Like, I mean, it can knock you on your ass. It can put you in the hospital. So anyways, just word of advice. I don't know what the word of advice is because we got to go eat. We eat fast food and stuff like that. But I guess you got to just be careful because, I mean, I've been going to this one sushi place for 25 years. Never had one problem. Never. Not once. So I'll still go there, but it may not be for a few months. All right. Hey, listen, we'll play the KKK message. And I was talking earlier before the break about the Syrian refugees, and Australia, made a deal with the Obama administration to, hand over like 1,000. We take 1,000. Refugees, and Trump's flipping out on the Australian Prime Minister and saying it was the worst call. He had called Putin earlier in the day, and I mean Putin. Believe me, Russia has something on Trump. Okay, those tapes are for real. I would love to. Those videotapes. I mean, I don't know why the Democrats can't get their hands on them. They're out there. They're somewhere. This is the government. You know what I mean? So, anyways, but the Syrians are. Guess where they're. This is sort of cool. And if I was a Syrian refugee, I think I'd rather go this place than America. And you know what the place that is welcoming Syrian refugees is? Iceland. Yes, Iceland, an unexpected Arctic asylum for Syrian refugees. So like about 120 Syrians have found hope for a new and tranquil life in Iceland. Okay, this is sort of cool. I mean, the state Iceland finances their rent for 1 year and pays them an allowance for daily expenses. The Red Cross, meanwhile, finances language classes and cultural courses. So I guess the hardest part for these Syrians is to learn the language of Iceland. But, I mean, why not go to Iceland, man? I mean, seriously, that's about as far as you can get away from Syria. And who wants to come to America? I mean, let's be honest, Muslims are looked down upon nowadays because of this Trump crapola, and just because the influx of all these immigrants from Mexico, from all over the world. Okay, just like we're being slammed, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't. If I was a Syrian refugee, man, I'd rather go to Iceland than America. It's a good move, guys. It's a good move. You get it's completely different. I mean, from the desert to ice, from the sun to ice to snow. I mean, that's a complete change. So if I was a Syrian refugee, I'd go say, hey, man, you know what? I don't really want to go to America. They don't like us. Maybe Iceland might be the place. So anyways, yeah, Iceland is welcoming Syrian refugees. So that's pretty cool. All right, there is hope on our planet Earth. All right, let's play this. This is I haven't played that KKK message in a long time, and I listened to this one earlier this morning. It is clean, but man, oh my Lord, the rhetoric on this is crazy. Check this out. This is funny. He hates the Jews.
Greetings, you have reached the Loyal White Knights of the Ku Klux Klan, the largest and most active Klan in America. This month, our great nation will be celebrating the history of the Negro. During this month, the porch monkeys and kikes of this nation will be trying to force white guilt upon our people. Don't fall for it. The truth is, there were more Negro slave owners than there were white, and there were more slave owners in the state of New York alone than there were all throughout the South, all which were funded by Jew money and Jew boats. Only 2% of whites owned slaves in the South. Do your part and boycott the TV channels owned by the kikes that are forcing white guilt into your home. And as always, never surrender and die if we must. Always remember, in God we trust. White power.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished recording, press pound. To cancel, press star.
Hey, Robert, it's Gary Garver from the Control Chaos Radio Show here on KCAA 1050 AM 106.5 FM in the Inland Empire. Man, you stepped up your game a little bit. By the way, Happy New Year. Okay, I haven't talked to you in a long time. You should call in on the show. I'd love to talk to you about it. But man, I mean, you must have had a bad day yesterday or whenever you recorded this, because you really took some major shots, and some facts were a little wrong. I think those are the alternative facts of life that you're creating with the Trump administration. By the way, was it Robert? Did you record this, Robert? It sounds like Steve Bannon. It sounds like Steve Bannon recorded that call, but I'll take it that it was you. And you're saying that the Jews funded the Negro slave owners. There was more Negro slave owners than white slave owners back in the South when the slavery was going on, and the Jews funded it. The Jews funded the Negro slave owners. Wow. Who knew? I mean, if you could come up with those facts, I would love for you to come up with those facts and show me the facts and figures. Was there data on Negro slave owners and kikes funding the Negro slave owners, and that there was more slave owners, and only 2% of the slave owners were white? Really, man? I mean, this is the dude. Seriously, man. And you want to die if we must? I mean, what's going on with you, man? You normally, I mean, your rhetoric is insane normally, but it went on to a new dimension today, saying die if we must. So you're saying, if the kikes and the African Americans and the Muslims and everybody else what are you going to do? Really? This is why we got crush you like a cockroach. Because you are a cockroach. I mean, seriously, and your movement's a cockroach. You have no desire, and I've talked to you on the phone. So I'm gonna get you. Usually, I let you spew, and I try to find common ground with you, Robert Jones, Grand Dragon of the KKK of North Carolina. But on this one, I got your rhetoric with a die if we must. That's taking it a little overboard, dude. I mean, seriously, why don't you get the hell out of our country? Why don't you leave? You know what I mean? We need you to leave. Oh, somebody's calling me right now. I don't know who's calling me right now. Let's see who this is. I don't know. We'll pick it up anyways. Hello? Yes? Hello?
Good morning. This is William Byrne from Rolling Thunder Chapter 6 in New York.
And you're calling the Control Chaos Radio Show. Do you know who you're talking to right now?
No, I do not know who I'm talking to. I'm hoping it's Gary Garver.
It's Gary Garver. And were you scheduled for a call today, sir?
I was. I believe it was 8:45. You just sent a message on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 8:45, and it's what, 8:28. But that's okay. So, all right. So this is Bill, right?
This is Bill. Yes, it is. How are you, Gary?
I'm doing well, Bill. I'm doing well. I was just talking to the KKK. I was putting in a call to the KKK. Before you called in, but that's okay. We can always go back to the Grand Dragon of the KKK in North Carolina and talk to him. But I'd rather talk to you. So, Bill, tell us a little bit about what's going on. You've got a really cool concert coming up. I believe it's today or tomorrow. What day? Or when is it? Tell me. Give us a little.
Well, it's actually a series of concerts we're going to be doing through spring into summer into July.
Okay.
And the reason we're doing that is to raise some money to help veterans with PTSD.
That's awesome, man. I mean, this veteran thing is unbelievable. What's going on with the veterans and the VA hospital and stuff like that. I mean, they need. I don't understand why we can't just help these people out. I mean, so tell us a little bit about how you got involved with it and where the concerts are and how people can find out more about them.
Well, real quick, in a nutshell, Rolling Thunder is a nonprofit organization. Our major function is to publicize the POW-MIA issue, to educate the public that many American prisoners of war were left behind after all previous wars. People just think of Vietnam when they hear that. But we try to help correct that past and to protect future veterans from being left behind. Our second mission is to help veterans from all wars, American veterans, So we are not a motorcycle club, even though most of us choose to ride motorcycles. The only requirement to join Rolling Thunder is that you can donate some time. So in the mission of helping veterans, all American veterans, PTSD is a huge issue these days.
Absolutely.
the number 22 rings out. And that was from a study done in 2012 that 22 vets were committing suicide every day. And when you add those numbers up per week, per month, and per year, it was somewhere around 7,600 veterans a year taking their own lives because of this issue that's not being addressed. So my chapter of Rolling Thunder on Long Island out here in New York, we contacted you so you could help spread the word. We do have a couple of Facebook things and other stuff up where people can help either sponsor us, or if they feel, in their heart that they care about this issue, they could just donate to us and help us out.
Absolutely. Now I just want to say a couple things, Matt, about this, because I talk about this a lot on my radio show about the veterans, and that we need to help the veterans once they're here, sitting on Skid Row, homeless, and not getting the health care they need. They're mentally hurting and things like that. And instead, what's Trump doing? Or and Obama, the same goddamn thing. Okay, you never heard about the veterans or anything like that. What all you heard about was all these wars and all this other crapola. You know what? Why doesn't Trump step up? Because remember his big thing was, I'm going to help the veterans and they're going to get the best care and blah, blah, blah. But all you've heard about is banning Syrian refugees and him tweeting about Celebrity Apprentice, how it sucks, and all this other crap. I mean, is Trump doing anything yet, or what's going on with that? I mean, this is ridiculous.
Well, I really don't know exactly what anyone in the government is doing.
Nothing.
I do know that the government has forgotten these guys, and we
exactly.
haven't.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. This is bull.
Yeah, well,
this is crazy. So listen, if they want it, Bill, so you have a series of concerts all over the country, but if they want to just donate and help out or find out more information on this cause, because I think it's a great cause, man. I mean, we need to help these people who fought for our freedom to speak, to do whatever we want, I mean, these people are the ones that put their ass on the line, and then when they come home, they're sort of discarded. I'm sick of this, man. These are the people, the children that are homeless that have no chance, they're sitting on Skid Row too and living their lives. Things like that. That's what women who are homeless. These are the issues we need to talk about instead of talking about fighting North Korea or hanging up on the Australian Prime Minister or banning Muslims. How do they get a hold of you, man?
Well, you can go to our Facebook page, which is We Have Your, the number 6. And if you just search us on Facebook, we'll pop right up. And there is a donate button there. And you know what? If it's not in your financial accord right now to donate, it would be very, very appreciated if you could just share that around for us.
Exactly. So it's on Facebook. It's We Have Your number 6, and that's how they get a hold of you. Do you have a website too, or no?
Well, we do. There is actually 2 websites. One is trrhelp.org, and that is Trauma and Resiliency Resources. They are claiming, and they have 100% success rate with helping these vets with PTSD, and that's what we're doing this concert series for, is to help them out. They're looking to buy 250 acres. They do equestrian therapy with the vets.
That's awesome.
And they're doing really well with it. Right now, their funds are limited, so they're leasing properties so they can do this across the country. And they want to buy 250 acres upstate New York where they can have a ranch and a farm, and the vets can go there and get recovered from this. It's good stuff. So we're on board to help them. That's our mission, is to help them do this.
Okay, what's the website again? What's the website again?
trrhelp.org.
trrhelp.org. Cool. And listen, man, if you guys get me a PSA, I'll run it on my radio show. Bill, I want to thank you so much for calling in. And the concert series, is there any concerts coming up in Los Angeles, or you just go to your website and or the Facebook page and find out more?
Well, for this year, this is the first year we're doing it. The concerts are pretty much going to be right here in the New York area.
Okay.
But we are looking in the future, actually next year would be the future, we're going to make this an annual thing, and we're going to be spreading across the country, and we're going to do it in California. Because I don't know if people know, Orange County, California has the highest population of veterans in the country.
Wow, no, I did not know that. I did not know that.
Yes, and we definitely have to bring it out there to California. We are going to be doing that. Long Island, out here in New York on the right coast of the country, we have the second largest in Nassau and Suffolk counties.
Well, listen, man, you're doing great work, and anything to help the veterans out, I'm down for, man. And congratulations, and keep up the good work. If you want to check it out, Go to his Facebook page to learn more about this. We have your number 6. And then the website is trrhelp.org, trrhelp.org. Thanks a lot, Bill, for calling in. Good luck with everything. And
Gary, you are the best, man. You are the best. Thank you very much, brother.
I don't know about that, but anyway, I don't know about that, but I want to thank you so much. And anyways, if you call in anytime you got something to promote, all right, my man? Please do that, all right?
You got it. Thank you much.
All right, take care. That's Bill Byrne. He's got a great cause, man. I mean, helping the veterans. These are the things we need to deal with, man. I mean, veterans that are homeless fight for us, and Trump's all like, talking about how he's going to help the vets and all that. But has he helped anybody yet? All he's done is banning people and signing executive orders to cut things. I mean, why don't you do something good instead of this negative crapola that you sign and do all this tweeting and all this other crap? Why don't you help the veterans like you said you were? That's one of your campaign promises too, right, dude? Help the veterans, for Christ's sake. How about helping the homeless children out here in America? All right? This is the stuff I want to see done. Not banning people or screaming at our friends or, cutting regulations to pollute our country more. You're a piece of crap, Trump. I'm sorry. I can't give you any chance. You're a piece of crap. You really are. Do something good for our country. All right? Then I'll change my mind. All right, control. Okay, I shouldn't. All right, let's talk about the Super Bowl after this. Yeah.
NBC Talk Radio, 1050 AM, KCAA.
Have you ever gone to use a flashlight and the batteries were dead or the inside of the flashlight corroded, only having to throw it away? Or in a location where you had no way to charge your cell phone or camera? Well, all that has changed. Now there's hybrid light. The hybrid light brings the best of both worlds together with a strong 160 lumen LED light that lasts 12 hours on a single charge, and after a recharge from any light or power source, you're ready to go again. Hybrid light lasts 7 long years and is even waterproof, and also contains a USB port to plug in your cell phone or camera to give you that special charge when you're not near an outlet. All this for the low price of $39.95 with promo code GARY. Call 1-800-297-8109 and be the first to have this great tool, or go to our website, hybridlight.com. That's 800-297-8109 or hybridlight.com, hybridlight.com, and don't forget to use promo code.
If you're looking to cater a party or even a great evening with your family or friends, Chef Kurt and Celebrity Gourmet Catering is the place to go. Kurt Ehrlich is a well-renowned chef that has served meals to 3 presidents along with other dignitaries from around the world in his 40-year career. Celebrity Gourmet Catering specializes in not only catering to big events, but also small private affairs that will make you feel like royalty. Chef Kurt has the magic touch when it comes to creating dishes from all over the world. To find out more about catering your event, go to celebritygourmetcatering.com. That's celebritygourmetcatering.com. With Chef Kurt, you can't go wrong.
Ever wonder how celebrities get their skin red carpet ready? Look no further than the Fire and Ice Facial from Is Clinical, available at Nina MD Beverly Hills. The Fire and Ice Facial is an amazing clinical treatment designed to rapidly and safely regenerate the skin, reducing fine lines and wrinkles for an envious glow, while smoothing and softening to achieve that ageless face. Excellent for all skin types and ages, Is Clinical's Fire and Ice Facial is a celebrity favorite and provides dramatic results with no downtime, peeling, or side effects. The Fire and Ice Facial is normally $215, but call 310-777-7511 now. Mention this ad and pay only $179. That's over $35 in savings just by mentioning this ad. Don't miss out on glowing and radiant skin from Is Clinical and Nina MD Beverly Hills. For more info, visit ninamd.com or call 310-777-7511. That's 310-777-7511.
This is Jigga Jones. If you missed any part of the show, go back and check it out on iHeartRadio.com.
I have no problem with Howard Stern.
Oh, that's okay.
No, you can ask me whatever you want, man.
Is that cool?
Cool, yeah.
Would you consider talking to Howard Stern again?
Like I said, I don't think Howard has any interest, so, it's fine. Not everybody in the world appreciates what somebody does. A guy.
Evidently, if there's only 15 people at your book signing.
Not a fan. What are you going to do? It's his business.
Can you name 3 celebrities more arrogant than yourself?
Fred Hartman shot. Oh, the one. Oh, this is terrible. He was being nice. He was answering the questions.
You know, they just read the paper, Howard.
You're the funniest man in the world, Howard.
Thanks, Dennis.
The man that Howard Stern fired and said he would never work in radio again. That's right. It's the second coming of Gary Garver.
Yeah, man. I just read the paper. I just read the questions or asked the questions. That's it. You know. Don't blame me. Don't blame the messenger. All right. Control Chaos. Right now, have the sports guru, the Control Chaos radio show on. He got his show on today, 3 p.m. Open season. It's the great Larry Burnett. Larry, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Gary?
I'm doing all right, man. Getting ready for the Super Bowl, man. I can't wait for it. It's gonna. I believe it's gonna be a great game. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, you know, so many of them have been flops in the past and not competitive, but I think this one could be. I think two teams that have great offenses. I think probably the Patriots have the better defense, although Atlanta's right up there. So hopefully it'll be a good game, and Lady Gaga will be on top of her game, and we'll see some great ads. And I'm just going to fill up the bathtub with guacamole and watch from there.
Oh, you gonna jump in the guacamole bathtub? You gonna jump in and eat chips while you're in the guacamole? Is that that's?
Yeah, that way you don't have to keep getting up to get more.
Yeah, you know what?
Did you see the thing about? I believe it's Tostitos. They have special Super Bowl bags of chips that have little breathalyzers in them.
Oh my God! Really?
And you can blow into the top of the bag, and if it turns red, then you've got alcohol on your breath. If it turns green, then you don't. It's not an accurate breathalyzer, but it will detect whether you have alcohol on your breath. So,
but I mean, is
I
that
don't know
one
if you have
beer?
to buy a bag for everybody or how it works, but it's kind of an interesting idea.
Yeah, is it one? I mean, is there like a 0.06 or 0.08 if it turns?
No, it just detects alcohol.
It just depends.
It's kind of a gimmick, but the interesting thing, from what I understand, is that if it turns up red with alcohol on your breath, it also shows you a number for Uber. Where you can get somebody to drive you.
That's cool. I mean, that's the thing about the Super Bowl. I mean, I was invited to a party. Tom Likas, the former radio star here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Tom Likas has got a annual Super Bowl party. I've attended a couple times, but he lives in Santa Ynez, which is about 90 miles away from L.A. It's an hour and a half drive because he lives up in the mountains, and he's kind enough to invite me every year, and I've gone a couple times, but man,
I've never been invited, actually.
Well, I mean, Larry, if you want to go, let me know. But I don't think
I can't get my own invitation. I'm not going.
I know. I dig it. But anyways, the problem is that I don't want to drive an hour and a half and then have a few beers and then drive all the way home. And even if I want to go down to the local bar or whatever, I mean, I don't want to drive anywhere. That's what it's not worth it. So I'm just going to be sitting. And the other thing is too, when you go out to a bar or a party or something like that, you really, honestly, I can't pay attention. I'm like paying attention to the game. I love just focusing in on the game. I don't mind the commercials, yes or no. I mean, I can give or take them. The halftime show, again, give or take. Lady Gaga, yeah, she's hot. It'll be interesting. I'll watch it maybe. But I don't want to have to. I like having my beers, my food, being able to watch the game. But the second,
you want to watch the game.
Yeah. And then when you go, But if you're not a sports fan or you don't care about football, then I can understand going to a Super Bowl party. But I believe hardcore sports fans like me, like just sitting at home watching the game and chilling out. I don't know. How do you feel about that? Am I right or wrong? I don't know.
I'm the same way. I want to be able to watch the game. I want to be able to enjoy it. I want to be able to talk with friends and did you see that and what do you think of this and that kind of stuff. But I don't want people hanging over me who are just there to party. I want to be able to watch the game. By the way, you know who else has a great Super Bowl party every year?
Who's that?
Lee Steinberg, the Super
Oh,
agent.
yeah.
And I've never never been invited to that one either.
You've had him on the show, though, haven't you? You had him on your open season show.
Yeah, he's a great guest. I mean, he's a great personality. But no, I haven't been invited to that one.
He hasn't invited you to that one?
I've only had it for about 20 years, so.
Oh, wow. Well, you know, Larry, maybe next year I'll have a Super Bowl party, and I promise you I will invite you.
I'm starting to feel down about this whole thing right now.
Don't. I wouldn't worry about it, man. I wouldn't sweat it. I wouldn't sweat it. So what else is going on? So who do you picking, and who do you think is going to? Do you think the Patriots are going to win it, or the Falcons?
I think New England's going to win it. Something in the back of my head says that the Falcons are going to make a game out of it, and I hope they do. I just think New England they're so methodical.
Yeah.
They've overcome so much. They just keep plugging people into spots. They won games without Brady. They've won games without Gronkowski. They got different guys that get involved. But the Falcons have had a great turnaround in 2 years under Dan Quinn, and they run the ball, they throw the ball, they get it around to different receivers. Their defense is coming on strong. Their front four is very solid.
Yeah.
If they can get some pressure on Brady, they've got a chance. But Dwight Freeney was saying the other day, Brady gets rid of it so fast that it's hard to get to him, and that's the key.
Yeah. Well, I listen, man. I think the Patriots are on a mission. I mean, Roger Goodell suspended Tom Brady for the first 4 games this year. I mean, they were going to court back and forth during the offseason last year. I think there's a major chip on the Patriots' shoulder that I think will overtake anything Atlanta has. I did predict Atlanta beating the Patriots about a month ago in the Super Bowl, but I've got to say that. I think the Patriots are going to do it too.
Well, I'll tell you this: the ratings are going to be great.
Yeah.
And if New England should win it, the ratings for the post-game ceremony and post-game show are going to be fantastic, because everybody's going to want to see Robert Kraft with Goodell, Brady with Goodell. Should he win the Most Valuable Player award? And listen, I think they've got a right to have a chip on their shoulder. Did you see yesterday where our new president said that Commissioner Goodell is a dope and a weak guy?
Really? No.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's got nothing better to do than to criticize the commissioner of the NFL. Yeah, he said he's a dope and a weak guy.
Well, he also during, I guess, the National Prayer Breakfast this morning also said something about the ratings of Celebrity Apprentice and prayed for Arnold to get better ratings because his ratings suck. And I mean, this guy's a nutcase, man. I mean, we hired a nutcase, but that's I've been talking about that, and that's a whole different story.
Well, the other side of it is that Trump made the comments about The Apprentice, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger put a little video together, and he said, "How about if we trade jobs, Donald? You do such a great job with TV ratings, and if I took your job, then America could finally sleep comfortably again."
Exactly. I mean, I wouldn't mind having Arnold. I wouldn't mind doing that trade-off, And by the way, I wanted to ask one other question about the Super Bowl. If the Patriots do win the Super Bowl, do you think that Tom Brady will be handed the Super Bowl trophy by Roger Goodell? Do you think he'll be up on the podium with Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick when they hand the Super Bowl trophy over? And do you think that Robert Kraft will acquiesce and let Tom Brady take the Super Bowl trophy from Roger Goodell? Yes or no?
I think they'll all be on the podium. I think Kraft will take the trophy from Goodell.
Okay.
And they'll hand it to Belichick or Brady.
I will say that he will acquiesce. Robert Kraft will acquiesce and let Tom Brady get the Super Bowl trophy from Roger Goodell. I would love to get the odds in Vegas on that, but that would be a good bet.
It'd be great.
That'd be a good bet, right?
Great television, great to watch.
I wish I was back in Vegas this week.
I would love to see it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyways,
love to see it. By the way, what's going on with your Raiders now that everybody's pulling out their money on that Vegas deal?
Yeah, you know what? It's crazy. I was up in Vegas a couple weeks ago, and I was talking to a couple of the guys at the sports book about the Raiders and things like that. And these guys were against the Raiders coming to Vegas, and I'm like, why, man? It'll put you guys on the map as a national city, and I mean they already are, but I mean a sports city. And they're like, well, our schools are in bad shape. We have the worst school system in the country, and that would take all the money away from the school system, stuff like that. So I was like, right then and there, it was like a red flag. Like these guys, even in the sports book, weren't digging it. And I guess now what's going on? Tell us a little bit about it, because I haven't been following it. I heard they may go to San Diego or something.
This guy Adelson, who's a big casino mogul up there, pulled out his $650 million because he didn't feel like he was being included in the negotiations for leasing a stadium and things like that. So he pulled out his money, and the Raiders were counting on Goldman Sachs to finance the other part of it, and now Goldman Sachs has pulled out.
Wow.
So I don't know where they're going to get the money for this, but, you know, this is way out there. But what would you think if the NFL looked at this and said, hey, this isn't viable in Las Vegas, and it doesn't look like it can go back to Oakland? So how about if we move the Raiders in with the Rams and move the Chargers back to San Diego and help them build a stadium?
Oh, please, man! I would love that. That would be a dream come true. You know, that would be a dream come true.
That door is open.
Yeah.
That door is open.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope. I'd love to see the Raiders back in L.A., of course. You know, and I was thinking they said something about the Raiders moving to San Diego. So the Chargers would go to L.A. and then the Raiders go to San Diego. I don't like that. I like your scenario better, where the
No, listen, it makes total sense to do it the other way, because the Raiders really had the first option to make a move, and now that things are changing around, we could see a whole reshuffling of the deck here.
Wow!
The NFL could get involved, and all of a sudden, San Diego says, "Hey, here's our chance to get them back. Maybe we'll help them build a stadium." So I'm just putting it out there.
I hope so. I hope it happens. I mean, I really do hope it happens. That would be awesome. Larry?
Well, it makes sense. It'd be great for Los Angeles, and it'd be great for the NFL, and it'd be great for San Diego to keep their team.
I would love that. I would love to see that scenario. You keep the Raiders in Oakland and then move the Chargers back to San Diego and get rid of the Rams, too. Well, you can do that. All right, so listen. Open season. What do you got today on Open Season, 3 p.m.?
Well, we're talking Super Bowl. We'll hear from Tom Brady. We'll hear from Bill Belichick. We'll hear from Dan Quinn and Matt Ryan. Also from Mike Garrett, who played in Super Bowl #1 between Kansas City and the Green Bay Packers. And we'll hear from DeAndre Jordan this week, too, who's the Clippers representative in the NBA All-Star game coming up.
Cool, man. Well, cool. Listen, have a great weekend. Super Bowl this weekend. Enjoy it, and then we'll talk next week about what.
Yeah, I'm picking the Pats.
All right. Me too, probably. All right. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, man.
All right. Take care. All right. It is Controlled Chaos, KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver. We'll be back with more after this.
NBC Talk Radio, 1050 AM, KCAA.
Ever wonder how celebrities get their skin red carpet ready? Look no further than the Fire and Ice Facial from Is Clinical, available at Nina MD Beverly Hills. The Fire and Ice Facial is an amazing clinical treatment designed to rapidly and safely regenerate the skin, reducing fine lines and wrinkles for an envious glow, while smoothing and softening to achieve that ageless face. Excellent for all skin types and ages, Is Clinical's Fire and Ice Facial is a celebrity favorite and provides dramatic results with no downtime, peeling, or side effects. The Fire and Ice Facial is normally $215, but call 310-777-7511 now. Mention this ad and pay only $179. That's over $35 in savings just by mentioning this ad. Don't miss out on glowing and radiant skin from Is Clinical and Nina MD Beverly Hills. For more info, visit ninamd.com or call 310-777-7511. That's 310-777-7511.
Hey, this is Gary Garver. Not only am I a talk show host, somewhat of one, I also produce a couple shows for LA 36, a local channel here in Los Angeles. One show is called The Fusion of Science and Beauty with Dr. Nina, which airs Mondays at 11 p.m. And check out the Joan Quinn Profiles, also airing at 11 p.m. on Thursday, every Thursday on LA 36. Spectrum TV. Check it out. Come on. I need the dough. If you're looking to cater a party or even a great evening with your family or friends, Chef Kurt and Celebrity Gourmet Catering is the place to go. Kurt Ehrlich is a well-renowned chef that has served meals to 3 presidents along with other dignitaries from around the world in his 40-year career. Celebrity Gourmet Catering specializes in not only catering to big events, but also small private affairs that will make you feel like royalty. Chef Kurt has the magic touch when it comes to creating dishes from all over the world. To find out more about catering your event, go to celebritygourmetcatering.com. That's celebritygourmetcatering.com. With Chef Kurt, you can't go wrong.
20 years ago, the Americans with Disabilities Act was signed into law. It helped renew the promise that here in America, we're defined not by our limitations, but by our potential. As we celebrate the 20th anniversary of this historic legislation, it's important to remember that we're still fulfilling that promise. We've come a long way since 1990, and I'm committed to making even more progress in the years ahead. Visit disability.gov to see how you can help.
Brought to you by the American Association of People with Disabilities and the Ad Council.
This is Jigga Jones. If you missed any part of the show, go back and check it out on iHeartRadio.com.
Really heartfelt questions here.
Okay.
When you die, do you want to be cremated or buried in the ground?
I think because the ground's getting so full, I think I'm going to be cremated.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
I believe in an afterlife. I do believe that the spirit never dies, the soul never dies, and I'm not quite sure how it takes place, but I do believe there is.
Do you think George W. Bush is the worst president ever?
Well, I didn't know a whole lot of other presidents, but I think show him a little mercy. I just think everybody's ragging on him so much.
What irritates you most about yourself?
About myself? That I'm a worrier. I'm a little obsessive compulsive. I'm a pain in the ass sometimes.
And would you have sex with another woman for $1 million?
No. If I were in love and if I were gay, I would have it for nothing.
But not for $1 million, huh?
No, why?
Well, you don't need it. I might, though. Thanks a lot, Florence.
Thank you.
Leaving no listeners behind. KCAA.
Gary Garver, Jew of the... what can we say that's not going to piss him off? Never mind.
All right, it's Control Chaos, KCAA, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver. Today's Groundhog Day. Yeah, you know about the little groundhog. Puxatawny Phil. He said he's predicted 6 more weeks of winter because he saw a shadow. Okay, so we have 6 more weeks of winter. And we got 4 more years of Trump. All right? Maybe. Maybe not. I wonder what the over-under is on that, if Trump's going to make it for the full 4 years. I want to go to Vegas and bet these things. Like Tom Brady getting handed the Super Bowl trophy if they win it by Roger Goodell. What's the odds on that? 3-1? 4-1? And then Trump being president for 4 years, that's probably even money. All right. Well, listen, I don't have time to get to any of my AVN interviews with these beautiful adult porn stars, so I will get to it tomorrow. I promise you I'll play them tomorrow. And by the way, I just want to mention that Chris Wise, bassist for the Ace Frehley Band, will be calling in tomorrow. And the Ace Frehley Band, man, if you want to go to a great show and see a really rock and roll show, man, these guys, I mean, great musicians, man. They're going to be playing the Saban Theater on February 3rd. You can get tickets by going to acefrehley.com. But, man, I mean, this show kicked ass. I mean, I'm not just saying that because, you know, Chris calls in on the show. Because I wouldn't say anything. I just say, oh, that was a cool show. This was really a great rock and roll show, man. They played some Kiss songs. They played a cover, Bring It On Home by Zeppelin. It was just, these guys are professional musicians, and you got to go check them out. They're at the Saban Theater February 3rd. And also my buddy Mike Marino is playing the Laugh Factory. He'll be doing comedy at the Laugh Factory on Saturday in Hollywood. You can go check that out, too. That's happening on Saturday, February 4th. Mike was supposed to come in on the show this week, but he was really sick. He got the flu. I don't know. I got food poisoning, but he got the flu. So hopefully next week we'll have him on the show. But anyways, go check that out. And Mike Marino at the Laugh Factory Saturday, and the Ace Frehley Band at the Saban Theater in Beverly Hills on Friday. And then go help this cause. If you want to help veterans out, you know, I wish Trump would start helping people out instead of like you know, doing all this negative stuff. Do some positive stuff. We need something positive out of you, Trump, not negative, okay? TRRhelp.org, TRRhelp.org if you want to help out veterans, because we do need to help our veterans out. Those are those people, you know, they've given their lives for America, and for us to just, like, you know, throw them by the wayside and not help them out. Trump, do that. Come on, help them out. If you do that, you know, I'll give you some credit. Come on, let's do it, all right? I'm leaving. I made it through the show. I didn't barf, you know, or anything like that, thank God. Anyways, Control Chaos, KCAA, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM. I'm Gary Garver. We'll be back mañana. Just give me a deuce, baby. That's all I'm asking for.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
I'm Tanya Hansen, CNBC. Stocks are in the green. The Dow is up 13, the Nasdaq is rising 9, and the S&P is up 2. Long-term mortgage rates were unchanged from last week. Freddie Mac says the